So I've had loads of messages and loads of comments about what area do I invest in. So I decided just to reply to this one, but to answer them all. So I invest in Norwich and Norfolk, and there's several reasons for that. It's not a super cheap city like you get up north, and it's not super expensive like you get in London and the surrounding areas. It's kind of the Goldilocks zone. It's just right. And I think that's crucial because you can't do anything unless you're in the right environment. Our planet couldn't be created if it wasn't in the right environment with the right set of circumstances. And that's key. It's not just about finding an area where it's cheap, it's about finding an area where you feel comfortable with in terms of price, but also offers great capital appreciation as well as strong rental returns in multiple markets. Now, Norwich kind of gives all of those and more because, like I said, prices are pretty keen in terms of what I can purchase at. But when you get a below market value deal, it looks like a northern city price. You know, I've bought properties like for 80,000 and the GDV on them have been like 250. But the key thing for me is having an easy life. So I could pick another city which has the same opportunities as Norwich, but maybe more, or has cheaper prices so I could buy more deals. But I like to be able to fall out of my bed into my car and be within minutes of most of my portfolio and most of my ongoing projects. And that's just my personal preference. But that kind of goes hand in hand with how I live my life. Most people think, what do I do during the day? Because I only literally have to be working for a few minutes every day. And some days I don't have anything to do. And it's all how I manage my portfolio and how I buy certain types of deals. So you know that I like to buy in Norwich and Norfolk. You know I like to buy really close to where I live. And I also like to buy in markets that I know are going to give me multiple angles. If I could sell it tomorrow, but my intention is to rent, or if I wanted to sell it, but I could rent it, those are the options I always look at. So for every rental that I buy, I want to be able to sell it tomorrow if I could, and vice versa. And I break that down into four categories. And these have changed over the years. This is just where I'm at the moment in terms of market conditions, how much competition I've got, lending appetite, and the deals that I'm getting. So one is always students, but I am whittling this down. I literally only buy it if it's a great deal. I don't go hunting for them. But because I've been so active in this market for such a long time, they come and find me. And I did a video on one that I paid $230 for. There's lots of copycats, complete muppets trying to replicate what I've been doing. And they're buying them like $280, $300 before the work is done. That's your profit. People are paying more and wasting their profit just by not knowing how to time the market and find the right deals. I love pubs. I've been buying pubs for years. The amount of real estate property you get pound for pound is always way more when you buy a pub. But there is reasons for that. The buildings tend to be in poor conditions because of the nature of the beast of the companies that own them. They tend to be very difficult to finance. So you need cash or you need a very good local lender. And the planning gains can take years. So you need multiple angles and multiple ways to generate income from those deals. But you get it right, you know your market, you will pick up some life-changing deals. And commercial, I really like commercial. Again, because it's hard to finance, there's no competition, there's no one buying these individual units. And I love splitting them into residential and commercial because I tend to triple the value by doing that, by just some minor tweaks in a refurb or some small development. And then lastly was plan and gain and land, but I think that there is just no money in it, not compared to some of the other deals that I'm doing. So I've flipped buying land and getting planning permission or bigger scale developments for buy and sells. These are purely deals where I can buy something which is local to me that I can spend a bit of time doing, a bit of money making really nice family homes, something that I would live in myself, given a much more premium finish that you can get on the market and definitely compared to new builds. You know, natural stone worktops, solid marble tiles, solid oak kitchens, high-end appliances, multiple bathrooms, good sized bedrooms. These are the sorts of things that I am now looking at because I can get in and get out with minimal amount of effort for lots and lots of cash. And I tend to only look at deals that can give me 100 grand for 6 months of time. So if I'm in and out within 6 months, 100 grand profit, I'll look at the deal. Someone bought a flat to me, there was like 30 grand profit for a 6 to 12 months. It's just of no interest because it takes the same amount of time, the same amount of effort, and my guys have to be deployed to go and work on that project when they can be working on another one. So it's just not worth my time. If it takes longer than that, then it produces the same amount. So if it's a year, I want 200,000 at a minimum. I've got a refurb on at the moment, which is converting a commercial to a single residential. I'm looking at about 600k profit, and I should be in and out of that whole deal within about 18 months.